Good evening. Good evening. It's Pedro Sanchez, your financial coach and leadership coach here tonight. Blue X going live to give you some great information and some great tips tonight. If you are hearing me for the first time, I am Pedro Sanchez once again, your financial leadership coach with Blue X Solutions. And I'm grateful to be here today and grateful for you to allow me to come to your home or the place that you're at located tonight. It is 8 p.m. Eastern time here in the United States. If you're listening to me in any other location, thank you again for being with us. And those that could comment, I'm seeing your comments, so please feel free to comment. Feel free to share this link. And I'm excited because today I'll be sharing 3 tips with you guys as we consider our tax returns and anticipate a probable third stimulus benefit. So please share this with your friends, families. And at 8:45, I will be talking to my Latin community, my Hispanic community, mis hermanos latinos. 8:45 estaré con ustedes at 8:45. I will be with them live as well, talking about this theme. So please share away. We'll be talking about 3 tips to consider as you receive your tax returns and anticipate your new stimulus benefit if we get it, if it gets approved again. So this will be the third one. What have you done with the last 2? I will not ask you that, but there's a third option. There's a third opportunity for you to reconsider what you will do if this passes your third stimulus plan here today at year 2021. Okay, please share it. I am live here. I am seeing your comments. So as you comment, I will be seeing your comments and I'll be answering any questions that you may have. So today's topic for a couple of minutes will be 3 tips to consider as you receive your tax returns and anticipate a stimulus plan. And once again, I will be talking to my Spanish community at 8:45 today. So we'll be here for a couple of minutes and then I'll be readjusting and getting ready for the Spanish community. Now, if you are listening to me, you speak English, but you also speak Spanish, I don't want to lose the opportunity to let you know that I just have released a new product line for the Spanish community called Greater Than Net in Spanish, Más que Ingreso. And here it is. Quickly, before I promote anything else and talk to you about the 3 tips, here is my new product launch. It's an online course, 38 lessons that I've taken the coaching that I've done for a lot of years, and I have laid it out in modules to be able to help and expand, multiply myself to be able to help the Spanish community. Más que ingreso. And if you speak Spanish and you listen to me in English, please feel free to share this with your friends, with your family. It's an amazing course. I have refined it for the last 10 years. Part of Blue X's live, learn, and lead. What I teach, I live. So I've been refining for 10 years what I've been teaching here, and I broke it down what I do in my coaching one-on-one. So now you could access this online. So please, if you know anybody that speaks Spanish, please share it with them, and it's gonna be amazing, and they're gonna love it. On their own time, modules, any day, anytime, any hour, they log in, they invest in themselves, and they'll be able to take advantage of this great opportunity. So now let's get right to it. 3 tips to consider as you receive your tax return and anticipate a new stimulus package. I see 2 comments here. Thank you for the comments. Hello, Jessica Roski. That's awesome. Yes, thank you very much. You're doing amazing things. If you haven't followed Jessica, please follow her. She's doing an amazing business, and she's doing amazing. So congratulations. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. So I want to start with a quote before I give the 3 tips. A quote that we launched today, that we posted today in the Blue X page. If you're not following, please feel free to follow in Facebook. And here's the quote: "Never spend money before you have it." That was quoted by Thomas Jefferson. Never spend money before you have it. And probably you're already, working it out. What am I going to do once I get my taxes? What am I going to do? If I get the stimulus plan again, what am I going to do? You already got everything already laid out. But I want to challenge you tonight to reconsider with these 3 tips that will not just bless you in your present, but it'll bless you tomorrow and in your future. So please, I want you to consider, listen to me for a couple of minutes, and then I'll let you consider these 3 tips, and you could do with it as you please. But I promise you that these are things that I have done, and I've seen the fruits of being disciplined and waiting for the right moment and doing things that I know will benefit my personal life, my family, and now I can bless others as well. So here we go. Tip number one. Again, you can share this, comment below, and I'll be answering a couple of questions after. So tip number 1 is start or add to your emergency fund. So as you consider the tax returns and anticipate the new stimulus benefit, if it gets approved, as we're talking today, March 8th, 2021, I want to challenge you to start adding to your emergency fund or consider adding to the emergency fund, rainy funds, grandma's fund. There's a lot of terminologies for it. Safety net, right? Whatever terminology you could, put to that is a fund that it'll be for emergencies only. Now, you might think, oh, I'm all good. I don't have no emergencies. Well, if you get a flat tire, that's an emergency, right? Battery's not working, that's an emergency. Somebody passes away in your family, that's an emergency. And there's nothing worse than not having the funds to be able to move forward with that emergency and be able to cover that emergency. So I want to challenge you, number 1, before you spend it already, before you're receiving it, consider these 3 things. Number 1, start or add to your emergency fund. Let it be $1,000. Let it be $2,000. Let it be 3 months of expenses, right? Just that cushion that if something happens, you are ready for that emergency, right? As I was preparing for tonight, I thought, wait a minute, I haven't really thought about, and maybe we don't think about the spare tire in our cars because we hardly get a spare tire. But when we get a flat tire, the first thing we say is, where's my spare, right? Where's my spare tire? And the worst thing is that you put the spare tire on after, especially now that it's cold, you take the tire off, you put the spare tire, and the spare tire is flat. I don't know if it's happened to you, but it has happened to me, right? That's the worst feeling. But number 1, you thought, right? You thought you had a spare tire, which you really did have a spare tire, but you didn't really prepare and make sure that your spare tire was working effectively and efficiently. So same thing with the emergency fund. Oh, I think I have money. No, we don't need you to think. I want to challenge you. I don't need you to think. I need you to know. I want you to go from the thinking process to the knowing process, and that'll give you more confidence to work on number 2. Okay, so before you already spend that money, like we did in the quote, right, from Thomas Jefferson, never spend money before you have it, right? Never spend money before you have it. Number 1 is add or start to your emergency fund. Don't say it'll wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow will come. Yes, you have said that for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you always catch yourself in the same dilemma, right? When the emergency comes, oh, man, I shouldn't have spent that money. Well, I want to challenge you to be wiser in 2021. I want to challenge you to be wiser with the funds you're going to receive in taxes or the third probable stimulus package that Congress may be passing. So I want to prepare your mind, take you from the emotional state to the actual state, and say, I really need to buckle down. I really need to focus on these 3 things. And number 2 is if you're saying already, Coach Sanchez, I'm already all set. I already got my emergency fund, man. I'm good. Okay. Number 2, I want to challenge you to pay off your debt. Pay off as much debt as possible, right? The less that you have, the more income you have, and the more you could do with your income, right? So your personal debt, take care of your personal debt. If you add up your personal debt, if you add your monthly expenses of your personal debt, you'll be surprised that the $500 that you're looking for every month, that you're working a second job for to get those $500, I can guarantee you, if you look at your debt ratio, those are the $500 or $800 that you're looking for in your second job or third job. Okay, so number 2, pay off your debt. All right. So number 1 was start or add to your emergency fund. As you consider these 3 things, as you receive your taxes and anticipate your stimulus benefit package if they approve it again. You might say, well, I don't get taxes. I pay taxes. I know what you're talking about. I pay taxes and I ain't getting no stimulus. Okay, this still applies to you. This still applies to you. If you're not going to be a beneficiary of this stimulus package or taxes, the question still stands. Number 1, do you have an emergency fund and are you adding to it? And number 2, are you paying off your debt, your income versus debt ratio? Right? If you could answer those 2, or you can start working towards those 2 things, then you are gaining traction. And in a couple of months, you will start seeing a difference in your bank account. You will start seeing money in your bank account. And now liabilities that are taking money away from your pocket now are becoming assets, because now you're saving money. You have money. You could buy stuff with cash. You could buy stuff that you've been asking for, waiting for patiently. Now you could do it instead of getting more into personal debt and your income. The more you work, the more outgo happens, because you think that putting more in debt will alleviate that, and that's not the reality. So let's take care of the personal debt, and that will help you. So an extra, whatever you're going to get as a stimulus package, if it gets approved, or whatever you get in your taxes, let's delay gratification, right? Let's delay gratification. Let's pay the price now so we could enjoy the gratification later. Discipline is not fun, but it is a must for us to be able to have a better tomorrow and a better future, right? But it starts today. So number 1, 3 things to consider: start or add to your emergency fund. Number 2, pay off your debt. Pay off your debt. Okay. And number 3, which, you might think, go buy your car, or, if number 1 is good, number 2 is good. I'm all set, Coach Sanchez. I'm all good. I want to challenge you with number 3, that we usually miss this point. And is number 3, invest in yourself. If you're all set, if you get your emergency fund, good for you. Congratulations. If you don't have no personal debt, good for you. Congratulations. But number 3, when was the last time you invested in yourself? Take that money and invest it back in you. The more you invest in you, the smarter you will get, the more knowledge you will obtain, the more you could be a benefit to your company, and that will automatically increase your income, and you don't have to keep working a second or third job. When was the last time you read a book? When was the last time you bought a book for yourself? When was the last time you invested in a course? Invest in yourself. I want to challenge you that if you already have number 1 all set, which is start or add to your emergency fund. If you have all that set, awesome. Congratulations. If you haven't, you still have a chance to start. The tax returns, and if the stimulus package gets approved, there you go. You have a refresh. You got to restart. And if you have number 1 all set, you go to number 2. Pay off your debt. Start working on that personal debt. Removing that off balance debt and income down here. You should, let's shift that so you can have income up here and debt down here until you have total control over your finances. And number 3, I want to challenge you is to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Invest in additional training, tuition, a work-related conference, a membership in a professional organization. It's an investment that can pay off for years to come as a bigger pay. How could you be of an asset to your company? The more you learn, the more you could provide, the more services you could give. Invest in yourself. And if you're a business person, if you don't invest in yourself, when somebody tells you, well, I can't afford your business, I can't afford your service, you can say, Oh, I can't afford it either. I fully understand. But I have invested in myself to be able to gain the knowledge that I have and the services I could provide. You have to sow in order to reap. And sometimes you want to reap without sowing. We have to invest in ourselves. We have to invest in the way we approach people, the way we speak to people, the way we provide services, the way we do customer service. There's so much to learn from a personal perspective that we could grow personally, and automatically that will in return grow your income. I have seen it. I'm not in the position I am because I'm the smartest. I'm in the position I am because I work hard. I invest in myself every year. I buy 2-3 programs. I'm in universities that just trying to learn every little nugget that I can learn. I could invest it back in myself, back in my business, back in my profession, and back in the people that I serve in the community and under Blue X community as well. So please invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. That's the best investment you could ever do. Over 401k, over Roth IRA, over anything, the best investment you could do is invest in yourself. But Coach Sanchez, what about if I get let go? Great question. But you know what? You don't have to worry about that, because wherever you go, your knowledge goes with it. That's why the biggest investment you could do is in yourself. And what else you could do for yourself than invest in training, tuitions, a conference, online training. I want to get better with finances. Invest in finances. Invest somebody that you could go step by step and coach you step by step. I need to get better with stop procrastinating. We'll get something, a book, do something. I need to get better. I need to be a better closer in sales. Well, let's invest in yourself. Identify what you got to get better at, and then go look for that person or resource to start investing in yourself. Guaranteed, you will gain so much knowledge, so much confidence, that automatically something will happen to you, and you will start blessing others, and they will see the grace, favor, they will see the knowledge, and they will say, okay, we need to invest in so-and-so. All right. So number one, if this is helping you, please comment below, share. We appreciate all the shares. So number one was start or add to your emergency fund. If you're going to get a tax return back, a stimulus package if it gets approved, or if you're not going to get none of the above, this still is active. It's still valid for you. Add to your emergency fund. Something happens, you're ready. Number two, pay off debt. Pay off your personal debt so you can start changing that ratio from debt to income, and say, I'm getting more income and I'm reducing debt. And the more you reduce debt, the more income you're going to have, and the more you'll be able to do more for you, your family, and those around you. And number three, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. I can't stress this one enough. I can't. This one is the key to your success. Stop saying how much money is going to cost me. And you should ask yourself, how much money has it cost me already for not doing it? I'll repeat that. Stop asking yourself for how much money or how much is the investment to grow myself. And you should ask yourself, how much money have I lost already for not investing in myself? How much money have I lost in promotions, in business opportunities, in relationships? Because I haven't invested in myself, because I've been scared. I'm frugal. It's good to be frugal, but you know what? You can't be frugal with yourself. You can't be frugal with your knowledge. You got to invest in yourself in order to grow your income. Your income grows. You start reducing debt. You become debt free. Now you could be a blessing to yourself, to your family, and be generous with others. And that's where the verse comes and says it's better to give than to receive. So 3 tips, 3 things you could do, 3 things you could do and consider. That's what I want you to, I want you to consider this and challenge you through it, is as you receive the tax returns, anticipate the stimulus benefit. What will you do with that money? Maybe this quote won't apply to you, but hopefully it does. Never spend money before you have it. Probably already committed to people. Oh no, we're going to go out. We're going to have dinner. I want you to reconsider and do it for yourself. Do it for your growth. Do it so you could see the benefits. So then you could go out without worrying about how it's going to affect my budget, how it's going to affect my expenses, how it's going to affect my livelihood. Number 1, add to your emergency fund. Number 2, pay off your debt. Number 3, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. I can't stress that one enough. That one has been the key, the foundation for my growth in every aspect. In every aspect. And yes, leaders read. Leaders read. You want to be a leader, you got to read. Everybody is a leader. A leader, I define it as influence. Everybody has influence. And you have influence with your friends, with your inner circle. You're a leader. Welcome to leadership. So invest in yourself. Invest in yourself so everything around you will grow personally, relationally, with the community, with friendships, with finances. Everything will grow because you, at the same time, you're creating discipline and consistency. So please, here are the 3 things so you could consider. Please comment below, encourage others on how you will take advantage of this financial opportunity. Let's go. I'm excited. Let's go. How could you be of benefit if you get a tax return, if you're going to be eligible for the anticipated new stimulus package? How are you going to invest that money? I say invest, not spend, unless you're going to spend it, right? But how will you invest that money? Would it be adding to your emergency fund? Would it be paying off your debt? Would it be investing in yourself? And then we could go backwards. As you invest in yourself, you will start paying off your debt, and you will start continually adding to your emergency fund until you can start investing in other things. But please go ahead, encourage others. I'm reading the comments right now. There you go. I'm going to commit to adding to my savings and to pay off debt. Investing in myself will take some. I'm going to show this off. Janelle, how you doing, Janelle Dupree? My sister. I'm going to commit to adding to my savings and pay off debt. Investing in myself will take some time to think about. Yes. Janelle, I want to challenge you on that one. Because that one is the key. Take some time to think about it. Write it down. How do I want to grow? Where do I see myself in the next 2 to 3 years? I don't want anyone to say 5 years. I want to crunch that time down. Where do I see myself in the next year, 2 years, 3 years? And what do I have to do? What do I have to learn to get to that point? And from there, how do I have to invest in myself to get to that point? Is it resources? Is it getting coaching? Is it getting mentorship? Is it getting connected with somebody that's in the place where I want to be, and just reaching out, picking up the phone call and saying, hey, I want to connect with you. I got some questions with you, for you. Sorry, I got some questions for you. Do you mind connecting with me? I will meet you at wherever you're at. I will go to you, because again, you're investing in you, so you're willing to go and find that. Okay, Jessica Rose, buy another van. There you go. Investing. There you go. Investing in your business. I'm so proud of you, Jessica. You just don't know. I'm so proud of you. You're making big things happen. All right. So I'm excited for you. regards to your husband. All right. So I'm excited. Congratulations. Awesome. Yes. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for connecting with us. I am excited to have you guys today. Keep commenting below if you're here. If once this live is done, still feel free to comment below. I'll be watching and I'll be commenting as the days and weeks go by. So please comment below. Check out the other comments. Reply to the comment. Okay. And we're excited to just jump in here real quick for 30 minutes and just share a couple of tips just to challenge your mindset, just to challenge you to do a halt before you go spending, right? Do a halt. It's for you. I'm trying to halt you for you. There's nothing better that when you get something extra that you haven't that you weren't expecting, then you can just keep adding to your goals, right? But you can't do that if you're under debt. You can't do that if you're under stress. You can't do that if you have 2 or 3 jobs, right? That's why I want to help you. That's why I'm focused on coaching in finances and in leadership, because both go hand in hand, right? Believe it or not, a lot of strategies of finances, the foundation is leadership, is stewardship, is discipline, is consistency, right? So I'll be teaching all this through the channels, through the live streams. I'll be teaching leadership and finances to be able to help you with what I've learned during the years, and what I keep learning, because I keep learning. I keep investing in myself. I keep growing because I want to help you. There's two ways to learn. You learn it yourself, and then the second one is when you learn it, you teach it. That's the best way to memorize what you've learned, and there's no better way for me to do it than sharing it with you. And for me, it's an honor, privilege to be here with you guys today. So please share it, connect with others, recommend this live, and I'll be grateful for you guys doing that. Thank you for the comments. I appreciate it. And again, and if you know anyone that speaks Spanish, before I head out and get ready for the Spanish version of this session at 8:45, I'll be going live for the Spanish community. I want to let you know and remind you that I have released, if you know anybody in Spanish, anybody that speaks Spanish, I have released my first program that I've done coaching for a lot of years. I refined it for the last 10 years. I'll be working on this for the English community as well. But I wanted to first start with the Spanish community, and it is our Greater Than Net online course. Más que ingreso, you can see it right there, másqueingreso.com. You could feel free to share it in the page. I put it in the Blue X page. Feel free to share with your friends. I am excited to share this with the Spanish community. I took what I've done in my coaching one-on-one sessions. I broke it down into 38 lessons, videos, exams, 38 lessons. At the end, you get a certification of the course, and I'm excited to do this for the Spanish community. If you know of an organization that wants to teach financial literacy, please let them know that I am more than willing to help them out. If you are an organization, nonprofit, if you are a church and you want to learn of financial literacy, I am more willing to go and teach. Go to your church. I'm a campus pastor, if you didn't know. So I'm in to help the people. Okay, I do it in English and Spanish. So I just wanted to let you know, if you need any assistance, any help on financial literacy and financial and leadership training, I am the person you've been waiting for. So I am honored. I'm excited. I'm excited to share these 3 tips with you. Again, the 3 tips were: number 1, start or add to your emergency fund. Number 2, pay off your debt. Number 3, invest in yourself. And once you figure this out, please come back, comment in the, I invested in myself doing this, or I've paid off my debt this much. Feel free to share it. I think that gives, that makes people happy, right? Seeing other people's victories. And I get excited to see everybody grow in their life in every facet. So I'm excited. So again, thank you. Hope these 3 tips helped you. I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see what you do with these 3 tips, and all the best. If you want to know more, you go to bluexsolutions.com and you could find more information there, the services I provide, and I'm here. I'll be trying to do this as much often as I can. I'll be connecting with the Blue X community, go to that net, and the Spanish community on our private pages, so I can invest more into them as well for their investment and for believing in me in the conferences that I've done on the financial side. So thank you very much for investing in me, for investing in you today. You already started investing in yourself by listening to your financial coach, Pedro Sanchez Jr. It's an honor. Thank you very much. And I will see you on the next time. So remember, learn, live, and lead what you have been learning. Thank you, and have a great night.